Good morning guys and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back for a brand new video. This room, which is my office, is so echoey and I don't really know why because there's loads of furniture in here, but yeah, we're just gonna have to bear with it and also bear with my voice. As you may already know from my previous videos, I have been ill the last week and a half, but I am slowly getting back to normal now, so I thought it was about time I film another working from home video. So yeah, excuse my voice, excuse the echoing. I work a normal 9 till 5 job, just like most of you guys will do as well. YouTube is just something I do on the side. So I thought it would be really fun today to pick up the camera and just to talk you through my day. Every single day is so different, but yeah, we can just have a little working from home day together. And I also thought it was a great time to do this video because it actually marks 2 years, guys, of working from home. So yeah, it's the 2-year working from home anniversary, which seems absolutely mind-blowing. And I've actually partnered with the Facebook portal Go on this video, which I'll talk to you guys about in more detail later on. But this is such a key and a great tool that I use for my workspace, just to get the most out of my office setup, because I don't know about you guys, but rolling it back 2 years ago, I did create a few working from home videos, like routine videos, and don't get me wrong, I tried to stick to them, but because I had a laptop, it just didn't feel very worky in that sense. I would spend so much time sitting on my sofa, really bad, for my back, to get a backache all the time. And just, yeah, I was sitting on my sofa. The camera on that isn't very good either. So for meetings and things like that, I didn't really enjoy being on camera. You know, you've got a laptop really low down on your lap, the mugshot is real. So yeah, the working from home environment back then 2 years ago was obviously not the best. And I think at that time, none of us realised where it was going to go either. I don't know about you guys, but working from home has always been something I have wanted my whole career. So I've worked in the financial services industry for nearly 10 years now, actually. So I'm 26, I started straight out of school, literally went into an apprenticeship. And yeah, I never envisioned the day that I would get to work from home because it's just such a rigid industry and very corporate, and I don't know, they can be a little bit backwards in certain senses, and it just wasn't something that any company I had worked at before was ever willing to consider. So when lockdown happened, obviously as awful as it was, that was the blessing that came out of it for me. And when I learned that actually now companies are offering working from home roles, I was like, hang on a second. So I did actually change jobs back in, I think it was October time now, as you guys will know if you followed me anyway. But yeah, my role now is predominantly home-based. So I'm at home 3 days a week. I go into the office once a week. I work 4 days a week. And then I do YouTube on the Monday, basically. So that's a little background of my sort of working life, if you guys are new here. And then the job I do is a paraplanner. So I do all the research, reports, for the advisors to present their advice to the clients. And we do things like pensions, investments, tax planning, inheritance tax planning, loads more. So much that we do, guys. Every day is so different. So yeah, it'll just be a nice little day together. It's actually tax year end, guys. Very fast approaching. When I'm filming this video, tax year end is literally in a week and a bit away. And yeah, it wasn't ideal that I was ill last week and had a few days off, but it is what it is. If you're really poorly, sometimes you can't work, and I hate taking days off, but I was literally awful, as you guys will probably know. So yeah, it is tax year end nearly, and we have got a lot on. There's so many reports to be doing, so I thought I would start work early today. I normally start at 9, but I've started at 8 today, just so I can get as much done, and obviously I'm filming this video too, which is going to take a little bit of my day, so I thought I would pop online earlier than normal. So the first thing I normally do with my day, I'm gonna have to be careful with what I show you guys, obviously it's confidential, but the first thing I do is I've literally put my Teams down here because you can't see the chats, but I go onto my Outlook and I like to go through my emails, things like that, just clear my emails. I hate having a long list. It's got to be short. If it's long, it stresses me out. So I don't like this, I'm gonna just cover that, but I don't like this bar really to be able to scroll. I mean, I need to put a new password in. But yeah, I can scroll it a tad, as you can see, but I don't really like that to scroll more than that much. I like it to just be very short because I get very overwhelmed when there's a huge list of things to do. I like to clear all my little tasks first thing in the morning. So I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna grab myself a coffee and then we can come back and I can talk to you about just my setup really, because I feel like every video I do like this is very focused on you know, the ins and outs of my job, and you guys kind of understand that by now. So I thought I'd actually just talk to you about my actual work from home setup, what has worked really well for me throughout the last 2 years, what I've learned as well, because a lot of you guys are working from home now as well, so I'll hopefully be able to give you some tips of what may help your journey at home and just make you more productive and just enjoy it more, really. Okay guys, so I've had a little flick through my emails. They actually weren't that bad, which is always a winner when you first start work. Another thing I do a lot of, actually, I don't know if you can see this, these are Outlook reminders. So I love to pop stuff in my calendar just because it reminds me, even though I have a task for things, I like to have it in my calendar as well, just so I've got like that double reminder, just so I can't forget to do something, because my worst fear is like being asked to do something and not doing it. I also feel like we're on a bit of a wonk, hopefully it's not too bad. Just sort that out. And excuse any mess in the background, my bathroom is being done, as you guys may know, and yeah, it's just the whole house is a bit of a mess at the minute whilst that's in progress because there's stuff everywhere. But yeah, I thought I would talk you through my desk setup now and what I found really helpful for working from home. And as I said, I am working with Facebook Portal on this part of the video as well, because this is something that has been really, really handy from working from home, and I feel like this is an essential that you need in your working from home setup. You might actually remember I worked with them back in, I think it must have been like maybe 3 months ago now, actually. So yeah, I've had a few more months to try and test it, find out some new features, things I like about it, so I thought I would talk you through it. So as you can see, this is really cool because it's a touch screen, you've got a camera on here, you've got a built-in mic as well, and another great thing is it's got a handle here, so you can literally pick it up and go, hence the name Portal Go. So yeah, you can take this into any room you like, which makes the whole working from home setup, I will talk you through the features in a second, but yeah, it makes the working from home setup really great with this, because, you know, I obviously have my office set up, which is amazing, but you know, sometimes you do like a change of scenery. Maybe one day I might want to go into the living room or something like that, or just mix it up, go into the dining room, just sit somewhere different to get out of this space. Or for example, if you have kids at home and you've got lots of noise in the house, you might want to be able to just move around really easily. So that is a great feature I love about this. You can literally pick it up and go wherever you want in the house. So it really works for your lifestyle and what you want to do for your meetings and whatever you're going to use it for, basically. So yeah, in terms of meetings, so let me just actually fire it up so you can see a little bit about it. So as you can see, there's lots of different apps on here, and I've just downloaded the ones that I actually use. So I've got Teams on here and Zoom. The main one I use at work is Teams. Let me know in the comments, guys, actually, have you got a Portal Go or a Portal? And if so, what do you think about it? So put it in the comments, because I haven't heard of many people actually speak about them. So I'd be interested to know what your thoughts are. But anyway, yeah, I've got Teams on here and then Zoom. And then I also have a little bit of cheeky Spotify because I love music, and you can log into your Spotify on here and play your music as well, which is sometimes nice to have a little bit of background music. And then there's also lots of other apps on here that you can download. So they've got GoToMeeting, Blue Jeans, they've got Workplace on here, WebEx. So there's lots of meetings on here. So no matter where you work or what clients you have, you're bound to find the app on here that you need for the meetings that your company uses or that your client uses. And the person on the other end doesn't need to have a portal for you to use this. You can literally just use it so that at their end they can see you better, because I'll talk to you about the camera in a second. But yeah, so that's basically that. You can also connect WhatsApp to it as well, and Messenger as well. So I can actually make phone calls through this on WhatsApp, which is great. So on here you have this little button here which you can swipe across, and that is your camera, and then you can also close it. So I do love that feature because it keeps it private. So if you're taking one of your meetings using this and you don't want to be on camera for whatever reason, or you just want to quickly shut it off, you literally just slide that over without any fear. Whereas I don't know about you guys, but I'm super paranoid, and when I use a laptop, I used to just constantly think like, oh god, what if people can actually see me? You know, when you turn the camera off, I used to worry if people could see me. So for me personally, I love that feature because it's great for privacy, and the mic on here is great as well. And it's really annoying because I can't fire this up and actually show you a meeting in progress, because obviously it's all confidential at work, so I'm gonna have to talk you through it instead. But in terms of the camera here, guys, it is a smart camera. So the camera will zoom, it will pan, it will widen to where you are. And I feel like that is a key point for me. So when you're working from, say, a laptop, you've got this laptop staring at you, the angle isn't always great, it kind of like cuts you off a lot of the time, so you can just see your head, the quality isn't great, and I feel like you have to constantly kind of worry about like staying in shot and things like that. Whereas this, it keeps you in shot, it keeps all your expressions in, like your hands and everything, and I feel like it can really make the meeting more engaging, because I don't know about you guys, but a meeting via webcam is never quite the same as a meeting face to face. And I know it's still nice to catch up with your colleagues, but it can be a little bit difficult sometimes when the connection is poor, the quality is poor, the audio isn't great. I don't know if you've experienced this, but often people cut like in front of each other, cut people off when they're talking because there might be a bit of a delay or the quality. Whereas with this, because the quality of the screen is great, so they visually can see you really well. The sound is amazing, and then with all the smart features as well, it's capturing everything you're doing, so it's making the meeting a lot more engaging, which can be a lot more successful if you have clients, just saying. And also just great for when you're speaking to your colleagues as well, just to keep that interaction better and, yeah, as I keep saying, more engaging, because I do find virtual meetings sometimes can be a little bit difficult. And yeah, by using this, just makes it feel like it's a little bit more like real life and just more enjoyable to use. And I really wouldn't be without this now in my office setup. So this is definitely one of my staples in my office setup for many reasons, like I said, for the meeting purpose, for the quality of it, but also the fact you can play a little bit of music as well. And obviously WhatsApp is great as well to have them extra features, which you can use in your personal life. It doesn't just have to be for working at home as well. Oh, another thing I forgot to say, guys, is you can actually sync your calendar on this, which is really great if you want to keep up to date with what you've got on in your diary. You can screen record on this, you can screen share. So great features for lots of meeting ideas that you may have. I feel like I've covered most things I wanted to say about this baby right here, but yeah, really recommend it, guys. I love it. It sits really nice on my desk as well. It looks great. So I'll leave all the information in the description box down below if you want to check it out. If there's anything that you use this for that I haven't mentioned, put it in the comments down below, because I would love to know how you guys may use it, and like if there's anything I've missed at all that may be of benefit to me. Yeah, that is that, guys. Hope you enjoy it. I'm now going to just spin the camera around a little bit so I can show you my office setup. I always have a calendar down here. This is really great for me to pop in the calendar when I'm going into my office. I pop everything in here, to be fair, not just work stuff, but I really like to visualize what I've got. I do everything virtually, but I also like to have it written down as well. So that is really great for me. Obviously, I've got some cute little bits and pieces, which that is something I really recommend, guys. Make your workspace as visually appealing to you as you can. I appreciate not everyone has a really big workspace. I mean, this is just like a smallish office room. I never used to have this in my last house. I would literally have to work on the sofa or in the bedroom, for example. But yeah, if you have got a space you can set aside for your office, even if it's a corner in a dining room, a corner in your bedroom, a living room, try and make it as visually appealing and stuff that you like, because I really feel that motivates you. So I've just got some cute decorative pieces here. I've got some prints actually I need to pop up that I painted. But yeah, I just have tried to make this room as nice for me as it can be. So stuff that just kind of makes me feel good and motivates me, because that is really a big part of it. It really does motivate me having a space that I enjoy being in. So yeah, I can't emphasize that enough. Try and make your office space as enjoyable as it can be. And just other things, guys, I feel like I'm really talking at you, but I guess that is what a vlog is. Other things I found throughout like the last 2 years, just things that have changed and stuff like that. I think when we all started working from home, I think there's definitely that kind of pressure and fear to not leave your screen. So you'd kind of feel like, oh my god, like if you went to the toilet or made a coffee or breakfast or whatever you're making, your lunch break, you'd always feel like, oh my god, I shouldn't be away from my screen. I'd get really paranoid if I was offline on Teams, or not offline, sorry, you know, when it says away, I think, oh my god, they're gonna think I'm not working. But actually that just isn't the case. And you've got to think, when you're in the office, there's so many times that you would go to the kitchen, go to the toilet, be in a meeting, have a chat with someone. At home, you're actually, I feel, working harder because you are, I feel like this angle is really not great again, just because the camera's a bit skew with. But yeah, when you're at home, I feel like you actually are working harder, because I was speaking to someone actually who I work with, and he said to me, he estimates every single day that someone is in the office, you spend at least an hour or two out of your day not working, because think of all the little conversations you have, all the interruptions. And I know that sometimes they are beneficial to your job, but a lot of the time, something that you could quickly pop on Teams for 2 minutes might take 10-15 minutes in person, because you just end up going off on a tangent about anything else. So I do find when you're at home, you do get more done, and I think you need to, you know, be mindful that you still are allowed breaks. So do take your lunch break. If you need to go and get yourself a drink, if you need to take 5 minutes, take it. You know, I know some places are a little bit stricter than others, but I'm sure your employer would be happy for you to go make yourself a coffee, clear your head for a few minutes, and then come back and feel refreshed, because there is no way you can sit there for 8 hours, 10 hours a day and stay productive from the minute you switch that computer on until the minute you switch it off. You're gonna start getting tired, your mind is gonna start, you know, just wandering, and you're gonna struggle. Even if you think you don't, you will, you'll start flagging, because there's no way anyone, unless you're like Superwoman or something, or Superman, that you're gonna manage to do that perfectly throughout the day if you don't give yourself little breaks. Even if you take your lunch break in say 2 parts and have a morning break, a lunch break, or whatever you want to do, whatever works for you, please try and take your time. That's something I've definitely learned throughout working from home, not to feel guilty, which is something I used to feel a lot of when working from home first started. So that's another thing that I think is really important that you should do. It makes your productivity better, and ultimately your output of work and quality is going to be better, which is going to make your employer happier, instead of producing work that's wrong or rushed. So that is one thing that I recommend as well. I drank a little bit too much that, guys, and nearly went down the wrong hole. But yeah, I think that's all like the kind of main differences I've kind of found. But honestly, like the office setup and having the right tools and equipment has been absolutely game changing ever since having, let me just like let you see again my setup. Yeah, ever since having this proper desk space to sit, my life has changed so much. I actually feel like I'm walking into work. I know it isn't work, like it's not the office, but I actually feel like I'm getting up for a purpose. I'm going to work. This is my workspace, and this is where I do everything work related. When I'm finished, I do not use this room unless I am working. I occasionally use it to edit a YouTube video if Jordan, my boyfriend, is home, if he's being noisy like the TV, but I try my best to only go in this room when I am working my job in finance, so that it really does feel like a place of work. And I feel like that's really important too. If you can have a place of work, please try and get one. Like I say, I appreciate not everyone has the space for it, and I certainly didn't up until literally last year. But yeah, it's really has been game changing for me having a proper desk setup that feels like work. And yeah, it's crazy actually that it's been 2 years now since this started. It honestly is not something I ever saw coming, and it is not something I ever saw lasting either. I mean, I did start thinking actually, kind of like a year in, I thought, how are they going to get people back into the office? Because we've all proven it can work. There's the odd person that kind of bends the rules and doesn't do their job, which obviously it doesn't work for. But if you get your job done, you work hard, I feel like we've all shown it can work. But yeah, I was very kind of like skeptical as to how employers were going to respond. And I've seen actually a lot of them still send people back into the office full time. Let me know in the comments what job you do, and what is your working life like now? Do you work full-time from home, full-time in office, a mixture? Is it fixed days? Is it flexible on your whatever you want to do? Let me know, because I feel like when I speak to my friends, there's such a mixed bag. Some people are full-time in the office. Depends on your job role as well, doesn't it, I guess, because some people have to be client-facing, so they need to be in the office. But yeah, I would be really interested to know what you guys' setup is like, and how it's changed your life. Like, do you enjoy it? Do you not enjoy it? What would you change about it if you could? But yeah, personally for me, it's been the best thing that's ever happened, I'm not gonna lie. Especially because I moved. So I've moved to an area there's not any finance firms around me within like a half an hour radius. My job is about an hour 15 from my house. So to have to drive that every single day, the cost of fuel, the time that it takes, the fact that the A12 is an absolute pain, guys, as you'll know if you're from Essex. There's loads of accidents on that road all the time, which delays me getting home and stuff. And having a dog as well, that's dog care, it's then not being with her. And if you know me and you know my dog, I'm obsessed with her. So I love being with her all the time. So if I was in the office all the week, I'd really miss her and I'd feel guilty not being with her. So yeah, I feel like for me, this is the best setup my life could be, without bragging, but I am really happy with how things are, because I love going into the office once a week for that interaction, still feeling part of the company. But I do also like to be by myself. I like my own space, I like my own company, and I like the silence and just the peacefulness of being at home as well, because I feel like I can focus more. When I go into the office, I really notice how noisy it is, and I feel like it's a bit of a distraction. So I do really enjoy being at home for those reasons as well. And then I can get out on my lunch break for a nice long walk. I finish bang on 5 and I can actually be at home. I've not then got to commute for over an hour. So I love it, guys. It's honestly amazing. But I know not everyone loves it. I know some people were so happy to get back to the office. So that's why I want to know your opinions and where your head is at with it all, really. But yeah, hopefully what I've kind of shared with you has maybe helped or given you some ideas as what you might invest in or ask your employer for to help your working life as well. But anyway, I need to crack on and get some stuff done. It is actually just turning 9 in a second. So yeah, I filmed all of this before 9 actually. I will come back on in a little bit, but I just need to get some work done. Maybe I will talk you guys through some of my work in a little bit. But yeah, I need to get some bits done. I'm aware this vlog is already quite long, so if you were just here for the tips, you can leave if you're bored. But if you want to keep watching and see what I get up to a little bit later on, then stay tuned. So I'll see you guys in a bit. So guys, a little bit of time has passed. I'm about to have my breakfast. Look how amazing this looks. I will actually be doing a what I eat in a day really soon, and I'll probably share this with you because I was that girl that just had like eggs on toast every single day, and that was my go-to breakfast for like a year, nearly. I had like smoothies occasionally, but for the most part that is what I had. But I've just recently started having overnight oats, and it's literally changed my life. So basically all this is oats, Alpro soya yogurts, just like plain Alpro yogurt, but you can use Greek yogurt as well. Chia seeds are in there as well, and then I put a little bit of cocoa powder and a little bit of honey. You can skip both of them, but I just feel like it makes it taste a bit better. And then I've literally just topped it with some blueberries and then desiccated coconut. You can pop whatever fruit in there you want. Raspberries is really nice as well. Yeah, you can literally kind of tailor this to whatever you want, but it's so easy. It literally takes me like 2 minutes to make the night before, and I feel like I'm having a really nice breakfast. And it also could be like a pudding as well because it's really sweet and nice and filling. I feel like when I have this, had it at work yesterday actually in the office, because yesterday was my in-office day, and I was so full. So yeah, I highly recommend this. It's so good. It's almost like cakey consistency. It's really weird, but it kind of fluffs up, and honestly it's amazing. It's really nice for summer because it's nice and cold, fresh, refreshing. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy that now. Okay guys, so a few hours has passed now. It is now 11:30. So yeah, I'm feeling like ready for a break soon, I'm not gonna lie. I'm feeling like, I'm not tired, but I am flagging a little bit just because obviously where I was ill last week, I'm still a little bit tired and just getting back to normality. Oh my god, I've just realised I haven't taken my antibiotics yet today, so I need to take them for my chest infection. I'm on my last day now, so I've only got 2 left, so that'll be okay. I'm so happy to stop taking them because they've really been giving me, like, when I say upset stomach, I don't mean literally, but I mean as in like just painful stomach sort of thing. Anyway, I have done a report. So the report I did this morning was a pension top up. So as you guys know from earlier in the video, it's close to tax year end. So when it gets close to tax year end, any clients that haven't utilised any tax allowances typically like to do so. So that could be something like an ISA top up, it could be a pension contribution, it might be investing into higher risk investments such as they're called EIS, which is basically investing into a really high risk investment. You basically invest into startup companies, and as a result you get a 30% tax relief. So say you invest £100,000, you get a £30,000 tax relief that you can offset against your income tax liability. So it's really good for high earners basically who are looking to save some income tax, but obviously they're risking their money, which is why they get the income tax relief, because you know it's a high risk investment. And with pensions, often it's left until now because if someone is self-employed, for example, they don't necessarily know what their earnings are going to be until closer to the end of the tax year, or like company profits, things like that. So yeah, that is typically why a lot of it is done now. Throughout the year we try and do as much as we can. Obviously we don't leave everything to the last minute, we really try and keep on top of things, but certain clients just aren't able to commit the money until closer to the end of the tax year. So that is why we get a mad rush of like the last minute things from people that haven't been able to. So that's basically what we're doing. So yeah, that is what I've done this morning. So it's a company pension contribution. So someone has excess cash in their company, which is a limited company. So by investing £10,000, she'll benefit from corporation tax relief within her business. And if you don't already know, putting money into a pension grows tax-free from now till retirement. It's a really great way of saving for the future. So yeah, that is what I've done so far. Next up, I've got a report. I think it's just an investment report. So it might be ISA contribution and maybe just a general investment account, which is not a tax-free saving account. So yeah, I think that is what I'm doing next. So I'm gonna try and get that done, and then hopefully I'll get another report done today as well. So yeah, when they're like shorter reports, I try and do about 3 a day, and then if they are long big reports, typically about 1 a day. So it just depends, every single day is so different. I've been doing quite a bit for the social media as well. I've got more of that coming that I can talk to you guys about in the future. It's still very much like work in progress, but we are going to be launching a new YouTube channel and just doing different videos on different financial topics. So that'll be something interesting for you guys, especially a lot of you who have been here from literally day one on my channel. I did used to do a lot of finance videos, but obviously they've stopped just because there's only so much I can talk about. You know, I feel like I've covered everything. I don't want to keep recreating the same video for the sake of it. If I think of something new, I will do a video on it, but I feel like I've covered what I want to cover. But this new channel we're going to do at work might be beneficial to you guys. So once it is up and running, I will of course share it with you. It's kind of like a work in progress because I've put together an 8-week content plan for them. all the videos that we need to film, but I think we want to film all of them videos before we launch them. So there's still a lot of work to do. It probably won't be here until summer, but it's really nice to have a job where I do all my reports and stuff, but I still get involved in the social media because it's nice. It's incorporating what I do now into my day job as well, which is just, yeah, it's like a perfect mix for me really. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna crack on now and get back to the next reports. I'm very conscious that the whole video is actually just me sitting here talking to the camera, like not really showing you much, so hopefully it's okay. Let me know if there's any other like worky videos you want me to do. I'm always open to suggestions and like format ideas. If there's like a different way you'd want to see it, like I probably could make this more aesthetic and do shots of me working with music over, but I just wanted to keep this more chatty and just like informative. So yeah, I'll speak to you in a bit. So guys, it's much later in the day. You can probably tell like throughout the day my makeup just wears off. I'm one of them people that touch their face a lot. I don't know why I'm not covered in spots, very lucky, but yeah, I touch my face with my hands all the time. It's just a joke. So it is now nearly 3 o'clock. I've been for a walk, which was nice. It was nice to get out. It was my first walk since before I was ill, so I just took it easy. But yeah, it was really nice to get out. It was very hot. It feels like summer. Oh, tired. It's always this time of the day where I just like get tired. But yeah, that report I said about is definitely a lot more complicated than I anticipated. So I don't think I'll be even finishing it today. It's like a really long report basically. So yeah, there's quite a lot of elements to it. We're reviewing their existing ISAs and bond shares. So yeah, there's quite a lot going on, and we're doing new ISAs as well. So quite a lot to do on this case. So I'm just gonna get as much done as I can. It's annoying because when it's tax year end, you just wanna tick off as much as you can off a list, but sometimes it doesn't go like that, especially if the reports are chunky. So just gonna have to get done what I can get done. There's not really much else to talk about because I just need to crack on and try and get this report finished today. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative, maybe helpful as well. Like I said earlier, let me know in the comments how you're finding working from home, what differences you found, and you know what you would recommend to others, or if you like it, don't like it, etc. And be sure to check out the Facebook portal Go as well, because honestly it is really, really great. You know, things like this you don't always think you need, but actually when you get it, it really does change your working experience, especially for meetings, because you know they can be a bit more difficult to have at home. So yeah, it's just a nice device to have and just makes things easier, clearer, and just a lot more streamlined. So streamlined, is that the word? I think so, like better, smoother maybe, I don't know what I'm saying at this point, but hopefully you guys get what I mean. So I'll leave all the information on that in the description box down below for you to check out. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you really soon. Bye.